Yes, I think we should start. Hi everyone, good evening. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. So, guys, I welcome you all to this a wonderful 2 days workshop on clinical trial transparency, where we'll be telling you how clinical trial transparency writing is one of the wonderful and new career path in the medical writing, because this is one of the independent career option in the medical writing, and how you can go to this super specialization. Okay, and then we have the special session tomorrow on the medical writing and freelancing in the medical writing majorly. Okay, so we have this 2 days program. So today 1.5 hour, and tomorrow 1.5 hour. 7 p.m. today and 7 p.m. tomorrow. So our main objectives of this workshop was to tell the people what exactly the clinical trial transparency is, and to teach you guys like how it works, what's the purpose of this new term clinical trial transparency, because we have heard of a lot of other types, regulatory writing, regulatory, and the protocol writing, reviewing, and a lot of other parts are there of the medical writing. But there is something which is very special, and which is uh, what we say, the good salary giving department, or good salary giving kind of super specialization in the medical writing as well, right? So this is one of the new career path. It could be good for you people. It could be one of the new career option for all of you. So please learn this, and please try to understand that how it helps people. Okay, and how people can go to this department and join it, right? And you will be definitely understanding the meaningful careers in this subdivision of medical writing. And then definitely our experts will be telling you about the roles and responsibilities in this, and how and what kind of skills you require to go to this. Okay, and then definitely we will be talking tomorrow on the medical writing freelancing, where you will be introduced to the people who are already working as the freelance in medical writing, and they will be talking to you about like what are the daily challenges, how they become, what exactly they felt, and how they are pursuing this career as a freelance, and what kind of careers they need, what kind of developments in their personal life and professional life they need, and what kind of strategies to build a successful independent career in this field is needed, right? So those things will be discussed, and to discuss these things we have with us Ms. Sarabji Sidhuji. So, you everyone who is, associated with CleanMed know Sarabjit ji. So she is associated with us, and she is a published author, already published 2 books, and third book is, on the way. So first book was on the, medical writing and career options and career perspective in the medical writing. And second book was on the pharmacovigilance. And both the books are, now in the top ranks, in selling and to the institutions and to the students, right? And she's also working in the, working at the GSK, GlaxoSmithKline, as the manager for clinical trial transparency. And then we have Dr. Aparna Guru Diwan with us. She's MBBS, PGDM, and a freelance medical writer and a mentor. And we have Dr. Rujita Patil also, who is BDS, MDS, and who is also a mentor and a freelance medical writer, and academician also. So how she's working being the academician into this field, she will be sharing her journey to the medical writing freelance. So guys, with that, I hope you will be enjoying it, and you will be grasping more and more from this, and asking more questions to our faculty members. Right now you all are on mute, but after the session we will be unmuting your mic, so you can talk to our faculty members directly. So with that, I'll take a break here, and I'll hand over the session to Sarabjit ji. So she will be taking the today's session. Sarabjit ji, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Ajit. So let me share my screen, just
Yes,
you
please.
can let me know once it is visible. So even I am also requesting to audience, during a session also, sometime, Dr. Ajit, maybe due to network, due to other things, my screen goes off. Just let me know, just voice it out, right? Otherwise, I'm not able to know. And I also wanted to tell you, Dr. Ajit, you are the pioneer in a whole clinical trial industry, because for clinical trial transparency, this type of a session is happening first time in India. It never ever happened. It's that new topic, but with lot of scope. So mm, almost every pharma, they have started setting this function. If not pharma, the CROs, contract research organization, they are already having it. So idea for today's session is to introduce you with this new function. That is one thing. Second thing is that what are the new roles when you see over a LinkedIn, Naukri.com, that at least you can identify those and can start applying for those roles, right? So, and if you love medical writing, you wanted to be a medical writing, but still you feel that, okay, I am not that confident as of now with my writing skills, right? Start with this, then slowly you can transition to medical writing also. Huh? So I'm just starting the session. I keep on posting your questions, and I will be covering for this technical side almost for 1 hour. Then I will also take you to few web pages from where you can learn, and then at the end we will have an open discussion, right? So this is the content, we will be covering. I have prepared it in a way that, so that in case you are having an interview, right, you should be, confident to prepare. So that's all I have prepared this session. So you will be getting lot of value. We will be covering introduction to clinical trial transparency, or this is also known as a with a disclosure, because we are disclosing information. Most important fact is, when I'm coming to these type of webinars, people interest is a lot in job opportunities, because career is the important thing. We have to see it from an application perspective, right? That okay, this field, this function exists, where is the application, right? And then we have a key regulatory requirement. I will be covering the most important, the US one, ct.gov, because if you are having any interview in clinical trial disclosure, this is the they will be asking you about US regulation first, followed by EU, European Union, and of course our Indian requirement as well, right? Because we are in India, and I strongly believe that no matter in interview it will be asked or not, what we should know, our country's regulation definitely. And how you are saying that it is different from a protocol writing and a protocol disclosure, so that I will try to give you a comparison, so that if you are interested in a field, you wanted to learn little more, then you can build on it, right? So now my first question to you: how many of you have heard about clinical trial transparency, or this is also known as with the public disclosure? You can type your answer in chat box. When I ran this survey on my LinkedIn, almost 70% people said that they don't know about this field. And if they know, they don't know it is like a kind of a niche within a medical writing, so they don't know. Most of people, they are not aware about it. Right now is the stage that in India or globally, you will be seeing there are the consultings, the organization, even they started setting with just for clinical trial transparency services, like the way you are having a medical writing company, pharmacovigilance companies. Now they also started setting few companies in this. India also have a few, globally also few. If not all the CROs, they have a one dedicated function on this. So why I'm giving you this idea again and again, because so that you can try for job. Okay, so now I will be telling you about the field little later. First, let's try to understand what type of different job roles you can find in a clinical trial transparency, correct? Because that is also the main topic. There are a number of roles that you can start as a beginner after your graduation or a post graduation. So this also question comes in, like, I am graduate, that am I eligible? See, look, if you are just a BSc student, life sciences student, it is preferred, and the most of organizations, they are preferring at least you should be having a master's degree. But if you are a B pharmacy student, or a medical student, BDS, BAMS, you are, good to go immediately after your graduation degree. Even after BSc, suppose you do some diploma or something, some sort of, then again you become equally eligible, right? Clinical trial disclosure associate, that is the first function, and you will see it as a CTT associate or public disclosure associate. So these words are interchanged. Another is clinical trial disclosure coordinator or consultant as well. And there is one thing in within the function of a clinical trial disclosure, they are also known as a layperson summary writer. What is layperson? That the way we are speaking, the person can simplify the stuff. You understand the science. Science, a common person can't understand. So they need something that someone can break it down into a simple language so that a common public can understand. Like a student of 8th grade or a 9th grade, they can understand. So this is also quite in a demand. Transparency compliance assistant, disclosure operation trainee and interns are also these days are getting very popular. So why it is started happening now? Because in India we are also facing another problem is, um, people are not very trained, so they are lacking skills. When you say that, that's the you can say industry is facing a challenge. So the what they try is they hire people as intern or a trainee, and then if you are doing well, they kind of test you, and then they absorb you as a full term employee. Even when I started, my first 3-month assignment was a trainee only, you can say, as an intern or a training, and then I got a full-time job, and of course I got paid during this, and most of the pharma they pay, right? Even a few days back, there was one girl from our clean med academy only. She was asking me, ma'am, there is a one organization, they are taking me as intern, but they're just paying me 10,000. I said, go ahead and take it, right? Because you will get experience. Then the redaction specialist or an analyst. What is the redaction? You know that a lot of confidential, information is posted in a clinical trial, so you have to mask it. Suppose here is, say it is written 34-year brown women. Hmm? So this type of information may lead to identification of that lady, right? If number of participants are very less. Hmm? So what they use some stat tools, and then they will replace it with some other number, or will they redact it like this? They will redact it in a way that readability is same, meaning is not changing, but at the same time confidentiality is protected, because that is also a GCP principle, right? Document anonymization. Anonymization is that, like, 34-year-old, we change it to something else. If there is a doctor's name is there, that may lead to some kind of identification of a site, then that also be anonymized, that those specialists. Document QC reviewer, data entry specialist, because we have to submit these information to the regulatory bodies. This is a regulatory requirement. On not only that, business intelligence analyst, because now just imagine on these public registers, lot of information. I will show you one public register, lot of information is posted. That means other pharma companies, they will run their intelligence on this. So that is how this role is also evolving. Business intelligent analyst, like if you love Excel, if like you like to do the comparison, you have a bit of stat knowledge, good to go. Maybe you have learned some um, language, so very good role for you guys. So these are the job roles, those are available in clinical trial transparency. So I'm just giving you one again look, taking a few seconds pause. All these roles, those I am introducing you, they are entry level job roles. It's not like it's just you can start applying instantly, or you see these roles over LinkedIn, naukri.com, on all other places you can apply for these. Now, coming to our question, what is clinical trial transparency? So today I try to deliver session differently, because first I wanted to tell you there are jobs available, with what names those are available, then what is clinical trial transparency. Now focus on this word. Transparency means that um, we wanted to be share all the information. What happened in the 96 or 97, when your GCP came into, there were reports that most of the results, those are published in the form of manuscripts and the articles. 95% results are positive. So what this indicating is that mostly positive results are reported. What happens to those negative results? Correct. But a pharma company need to be a transparent, even their trial is not successful, then they also need to share. That is one part of our story. Second part of the story, what research they are doing, they need to share with the patient and the common public. How the common public will know that this pharma is running a clinical trial on this particular medicine? Or not only that, which city they can go and can have, which city, which hospital is running this trial. I will show you that how the public information is placed. So it is a broad term, cover sharing. See, look at the words, sharing the clinical trial data across international registers. The registers means, and you, me, anyone can go and check the information there, and other sponsored channels. Information on these international registers is accessible to common public. Because there was a voice from a patient side that what this research is happening, we are not aware of it. What is happening, we don't know. Even the results are positive, negative, we don't know, right? So that's how this field came into existence. The clinical trial transparency, also known with the public disclosure. So all the job roles, all the term, wherever I have introduced you, just this is interchangeably used. Most of companies, they are using this term, clinical trials transparency. That's why I am introducing this as. But still, there are a few organizations, they are saying it a public disclosure. And this is a new domain. Like most stringent guideline, if you see, they started coming in after 2017, and most of the things started developing after 2010. So fairly very new field. Now last year only, EU CITES, European Union, they published their new guidelines for that transparency. India also trying to make themselves fit into this. UK, they have introduced new guidelines. Health Canada, they introduced new guidelines. So no, lot is happening in this field. So main aim is to ensure that transparent, responsible, and fully compliant. So what is the biggest advantage for clinical trial transparency? It is improved patient care, research advances, and overall better healthcare system. I will explain you how. So what information is made public on a clinical trial transparency? And this is how you can start preparing yourself for your interviews. Now, if you know the clinical trial, we have a certain steps. First is planning, correct? So planning, then you conduct your trial, then you analyze your result, and you write a report which is known as a CSR. So on a high level, this is what clinical trial is. Now, what these guidelines are saying, that when you are planning your trial, suppose I, Sarabjit, wanted to do a research today, I can't directly start at my own. Aside from I am having approval and everything, I have to, you know, register it. You can say on public registers. As of now, this is very popular. Clinicaltrial.gov. India has CTR, Clinical Trial Registry, India, right? So it is under ICMS. I will show you these both the registries. So first is protocol, because our protocol is what you say plan. So as a sponsor, you have to register this. Like, look, we are starting a research from a today. Mostly before the enrollment of first patient, correct? So they you have to tell your plan, that this is the research we are going to start when, before you enroll your first patient. Mostly this is the requirement. Now the second is result. Once you analyze, you have CSR in your hand. Mostly within 1 year of a time, you have to report a result. I will show you both the things, how the protocol registration looks, how the result look. So what is this? This means the moment any pharma company or even independent doctor, they are starting their research, what they have to do? They have to register on a public register. Um, they have to register on a public register in a very limited form. I will show you how you present there. So, and then once the results are there, maybe positive, maybe negative, maybe you terminated studies. So that also possible that you terminated study. Then also you have to post the result. That means full transparent. Now, why it is that in the beginning, you remember I introduced you that if you interested in a medical writing but still you feel like, oh, I'm not that good as of now, I'm wanted to develop my skill, this is easier, because you will be having a protocol and you have to make a summary out of it. Here same with the result, you need not to write the CSR, you have to make a summary. So very easy job. And I can't discount the fact that you definitely need your scientific understanding. Who can make a good summary from a protocol? Who is intelligent, who is having a full understanding of a science, and they can make it. But you need not to stress a lot on your writing skill, and that I have to make, say, this is 200-page document. Summary will be 2 to 3 pages, right? Like CSR is maybe you are 500 pages, right? That is very common, 500 pages CSR. Here you may have to write 10-15 pages. So that how easy it is, like, so that is the idea that what you register on a clinical, as a clinical trial transparency associate. Now another question is, regarding interview, if someone asks you what is clinical trial transparency, that you have to tell that we have to disclose all the information before starting of your research, and once your research is done, then also what you register protocol. Once your research is over, you have to register results, right? Any question on this? Immediately you can paste in the chat box, because we will take, I have kept lot of time for the question answers, because this is literally information heavy session, uh, but at the end we can discuss. There are a couple of benefits when you register your trial. First benefit to human subject, that means our patient. Hmm? They know all the information, like, okay, which trial is happening in my city. They, if they wanted to participate, they can. Hmm? And they help, basically, they assist in ethical review, and they wanted to understand that is it appropriate for them or not. Research for researchers, if researchers, they know that, okay, if similar research is already going on, do they need to start or not? That means increased transparency. Suppose I initially started, people were not reporting negative results. So now, if there is already negative result, other pharma also wanted to do the research. They know that the other company has started the similar trial, but these are the challenges they faced. No duplication, because the information is out there. Evidence based medicine. You can identify similar research. Researchers, they can plan better meta analysis. Even I always tell in my medical writing classes also, ki, go make a habit to go clinicaltrial.com in general also. Because suppose you wanted to plan your thesis, suppose you wanted to plan your research, suppose you are going for an interview, this is excellent golden site. Hmm? Legal obligation. All the pharma company, it is a legal obligation. They have to register their protocol and they have to register the results as well. Earlier, it was not a legal, a thing, but now it is. Slowly the regulation is becoming more strong. That is the reason they also setting the different departments in their organization, because it is a legal thing. Once things are legal, people are serious. Now, again, from your interview purpose, suppose you applied somewhere, the first thing is you have to start preparing yourself. These are three trial registers, those are non-negotiable. You should know about these. First, clinicaltrial.com. I will show you as well. This is developed by a national library, also known as a National Institute of Health. Mostly we call them an NIH, right? So this is in collaboration with FDA, and this is a global register, the biggest database. The highest number of clinical trials are available in this database. Big pharma companies, before they start their research, they run business intelligence on this website. It's that important. Second, the most important register, a European Union clinical trial information system. Earlier, it was known with the Udacity, but last year they have revised it. It is now known as a clinical trials information system. This is run by European Union. All the studies, those are conducted in this region, European Union, are registered on this. These two are international registers. If anyone who wanted to make it to clinical trial transparency, this is must. Even my book, that if you have my book, medical writing book, so that also have information on these register. And second is Clinical Trial Registry India, CTRI. This is developed by ICMR, by National Institute of Medical Statistics. This is online registration. India started this in 2007. I think ct.gov started coming into existence in 2000, around 2000. But the most of the guidelines, they started coming into 2011, then 12, 13. Initially, voluntary registration, the most strict came into final rule. When you say the final rule came in 2017, fairly new. This issue citus. Earlier, it was directive. Directive means not legal requirement. Now it become a regulation law. So that is the reason the scope is evolving, right? So these are the three registries you should know. Now, first registry, clinicaltrial.gov. So see, 97 they just made a mandate. In 2004, they thought like, okay, there should be an increased transparency. It got intacted in 2007. That's the reason I said that fairly new field. 2008 they said, oh, you should also submit results. See, before that they were not even saying the result should be submit. 2009 they said, oh, a data, safety data basically. Safety data should also be there. 2014 they started rule making. And 2016 final rule published. 2017 is then final rule was effective. So interview question will be, when was the final rule become effective? 2017. You need not to know the history and all that. 2017 is the important. Now this is also important. This is as per international general guidelines. They are also saying if you have not registered on a clinicaltrial.com, you can't publish paper. Your paper will not be accepted in a leading journal. So indirectly, they are making it a mandatory. Okay. Now, what are the important things? Now you should pay attention, because these are the things that those are asked in your interviews. What do you should register? When I'm saying law is a legal thing, right? So what you should register? They are saying applicable clinical trial. And why I have given you this may sound little difficult, but I my intention was still to involve this in the slide, because this is asked in your interviews. What is applicable clinical trial? So that means what ct.gov want you to register, what they want you to register. First of all the interventional study, they may be done on drugs, biologics, devices, anything. So they think if you are doing interventional trial, that is applicable trial. That is one condition. Second is if it is in phase 2 to phase 4. Now you may ask, phase 1 studies, why not? Because mostly sponsors, they give a reason that phase 1 studies, they are confidential. If sponsor want to do it voluntarily, they can do it. But legal requirement is phase 2, phase 4. And this should be in a US jurisdiction. US jurisdiction, either you are doing clinical trial in US, or you wanted to sell a drug in US, or your drug is getting manufactured in US. But most of the things, they fall in this bracket, because the what you say that drug development is global. Even if they wanted to do a research in India, they ultimately they have to market in the US once one or other, right? So that's the definition of your applicable clinical trial. When you have to register within 21 days of enrollment of a first subject. So that is their legal requirement. Like with the moment you enroll first, moment you take the first patient, your window having a 21 days. But mostly, because if you are delayed here, you are non-compliant. That means legal problem. You can be fined also. And the fine for ct.gov is in millions of dollars. Mostly people do before enrollment of first patient. That's the mostly people follow as an SOP, so that they are not out of a compliance, right? So again, I'm taking little pause just you to absorb the information here, right? I hope I'm able to make you understand. Like if you are having doubt, feel free to ask me at the end. Now, this is little again trickier, more a technical, you can say that. How to register, right? How you can register on this clinicaltrial.gov, very easy. If you are working in a pharma company, CEO, you need not to worry about. They will make your account. It's just like your Gmail or any other account. So this is their website known as PRS. The important is I want to introduce you with the terms, so that someone asks you during interview, you don't go blank. So instead of ct.gov, they can also say PRS. So don't go blank. So they this is their email. You send them email that this person will be now registering the trial, and they will create your account, login and password. They take just 1 or 2 days, and they create it. as I said, if you will be working with these organizations, this will be done for you by their team. But sometime you, maybe as a PhD student or maybe as an independent doctor, wanted to do a research and wanted to do register at your own, it's that easy. Just on that, create an account, right? Now, what information is registered? I hope in this group, most of people, they know about the protocol, right? The moment you have a protocol, you can start registering. I will show you practical also, so don't worry. So you have to give a description of a study. What is study type, phase, design, outcome measure. That means goal of your research. From where you will take this information? Protocol. What else? Eligibility criteria, like for patient, like age 18 to 60, um, pregnant people are not allowed, blah blah blah. That eligibility criteria, basically admission criteria, that you have to register. Location, the most important, where this research is happening. And key dates, like study start, study end. All these dates are to include. And contacting information, any general email ID. Suppose I am a person, I saw this trial on clinicaltrial.com, I wanted to take a more information. More information I wanted to take, I will simply write to this email ID. That's the information. See how simple this is. And all this you can copy paste from your protocol. Now result, little more information is added. Little more information is added. And uh, guys, either it is a ct.gov, either it is a EU, either it is CTRI, hamara India wala, information is almost gone same. This is all is going same. It may be differences, like in some register, phase is coming first, on other register title is coming first. Like it, the arrangement may be little different here and there, but information going on most of the registry is same, ditto. Now result having little more information. Protocol is your plan. Protocol is your plan. In a result, you have the results in hand. The first, you will be giving information about trial. What is the study title? What is the identification number? Who is the sponsor? All that is shared. I will show you one protocol. I will also be showing you one result. So don't worry about it, right? Then participant flow. This term looks very difficult, but it's very easy. Participant flow is like, suppose 100 people participated, 90 completed. What happened to 10? All that is participant flow. Home, and then baseline characteristic. Baseline characteristics is age, sex, gender, race, ethnicity, and from which reason people are enrolled. Like there are 20 countries, like India has uh, 10, US 15, Europe 20. All that is, and like in a Europe, then the rest of the country and the European region, they will be also listed. So the reason of enrollment, outcome measure, primary as well as a secondary. So basically goal of your research. So all the data will be shared. That suppose your trial was on a vaccine. What we see in vaccine mostly, immunogenicity. So that result will be presented here. Adverse event data, safety data, how many side effects, all cause mortality, if there is any death, what was the reason. Administrative information, study start, when first subject was enrolled, study end, last subject last visit date, and contact information. Now question to you, from where you can take this information? CSR, clinical study report, right? So that's all. This information is given in the results. Again, taking little pause to just you to absorb. I will show you the example. So uh, All right, all right. So I think, suppose you are non-compliant. What are the consequences as per clinicaltrial.com? So first of all, they're saying your application is not possible if you're not registering. You can't even give an application. Ethics committee are rejecting the approval. Hmm. Now, even a rejection from International Committee of a Medical Journal Editors. They're saying we won't be accepting your manuscript if you are not registering your trial on any public register. Fine, look at the fine. As of now, FDA has not fined anyone, just to be generous, but they are naming and shaming. They are posting the names on their public website. Even if someone has registered a protocol, if they have not disclosed the results, suppose the results are not there, they are sending a legal letters, they are posting their names on their company website. Hmm. This can also be an inspection and audit finding. Uh, this will lead to a warning letter from FDA and other regulatory bodies if they are involved. This will damage to your reputation, company's reputation, goodwill, and a brand. So that is the stake. Now I'm also going to tell you about EU cities. I have covered ct.gov. Now I will be covering European Union. Now, what is their history? Earlier, it was Udacity, which was directive. That means it was not a law. Directive means direction. Kind of you should be doing it. Now, European Medicine Agency, they have announced that now clinical, as per this regulation, that from Jan 2022, they are replacing with previous trial directive, which was of 2001. 2001, they issued directive. Now in 2022, they said, now we are bringing a law. Now, from 2024, it become effective. It's covering all the European economic area and it is harmonized with other things, right? And it is covering all the interventional study, phase 1 to phase 4. Now, CT, where is the difference? Now, you have to spot the difference. CT.gov saying applicable clinical trial from phase 2 to phase 4. But only difference here is EU cities. They're saying bring phase 1 as they're asking people to phase 1 to register, but they are not making public. But it's phase 1 is also falling in their scope. Now, what is their requirement? Same as of city.com. Register your protocol before you start the research. When even they are not giving you a window of 21 days. They are saying when you are giving your clinical trial application, CTA, so you have to do a trial, you give that INDA file or NDA file, right? You remember that. Before phase 1, you give IND file. After phase 3, you give NDA file. That is your clinical trial application. So say it should be part of that only. Then result. Same information that I have covered in your clinicaltrial.com. When you can give the result? Once your study is complete, suppose your study is complete 2023, Jan 2023. Suppose you give the date is also Jan 13 Jan 2023. That means by 13 Jan 2024, you have to give a result. Suppose you are giving a 30 Jan 2024. You are late by 16, 17. You are non-compliant. There will be a legal thing, or you take a permission from them. So that is the thing. And they have also little differences. If the pediatric population is involved, then you have to give in a 6 month. Then you don't have 1 year, then 6 months. And this is the only difference. I'm highlighting the difference. So if it is a pediatric population, 6 months. If it is your normal adult population, you have a 1 year. So this is, please note, the result include almost same information that we have discussed in a clinicaltrial.com on a previous slide. Now, there is one more thing, layperson summaries. Why I'm giving you this term is again, because you will spot many what you say, that job roles with this. So just give me a 1 minute. I want to have little water. All right, I'm back. This is known as layperson summaries, and in this, the very advanced was the European Union, EU, ECU cities. They are the one who brought this term in 2017. This is very new, right? They said, you are submitting protocol, you are submitting a result, but problem is, patient is not able to understand. They said, write in a way that a normal, non-expert, suppose we wanted to tell about research to our mom or dad or to a neighbor. My dad can be engineer, but he don't know about science. They can't understand these technical terms. So I have to simplify it. So that is the layperson summary. So that's the reason sometimes you will see there are a lot of job posting related to layperson summary writer, layperson QCer, all that. As per EMA, the lay summaries should be include key elements such the trial purpose. It's same as of your result summary, description of participant, treatment, main trial result, safety concern, data about the side effects. Because just see, in a clinical trials, we answer these two questions, safety and efficacy. So these both things are included in your summary. So how you will come to know about safety? Your AE and SAE data, serious adverse event data and adverse event data, and efficacy, your goals, objectives, right? So what is their requirement? First, same as of result. If it is an adult trial, within 12 months. If it is a pediatric trial, within 6 months. So EU is the one, they are little more cautious when it comes to kids. So if pediatric population is involved, then within 6 months you have to submit the data. Then you have a less time. Now coming to our own Indian registry, CTRI. This is our national registry India. This is known as Clinical Trial Registry India. It is a free online public record for the registration of a clinical trial. Those are conducted in India. Suppose you are doing a trial on US, you already done registered on ct.gov. You also registered on EU cities. But one of, suppose your site is in AIMS, then you also have to register on this. In addition to this, so CTRI was launched in 2007 as a voluntary measure. See, it was not even a requirement earlier. It was voluntary. However, in June 2009, they made it mandatory under the Drugs Controller General of India, under DCGI. Now it's mandatory. A registration of the trial should be done before enrollment of first patient. So see, almost similar things, before the start. If you wanted to put it into one bucket and one word, then fairly simple to say is before you start the trial, right? Where it is needed, interventional trial, as we studied for ct.gov. So BA-B studies and observations are not required. Same for ct.gov as well, same for EU as well. So the crux of all the registries are same. But what is the difference? Only you have to register a protocol. CTRI, हमारा India में, it is not yet ready for result. So result are not mandatory. But when it comes to these two international registers, clinicaltrial.gov and EU, their results are also required. So keep that difference in mind. So this is how the look and feel of this. I strongly recommend after this session, just type in Google Clinical Trial Registry India. You will be able to see these type of windows where you can do your research. I even tell my students sometimes that, you know, suppose they said, ma'am, we are not getting job, we are not getting some, they are asking for experience. I said, always tell them that try to find some hospital who is currently running, doing a trial. Go there with your CV that I am interested. Even if required to work there for as an intern 2 3 months, do it. You will be lot polished. And because all these sites, they don't publish, their jobs on Naukri and other. They are always filled locally, right? Now coming to how, let's discuss little the complex thing is difference in a medical writer or a disclosure. Medical writing and disclosure, they work together. They are adapting very fast. When you are even writing a protocol, those medical writers, they are always looking at a disclosure requirement. They need to clearly define secondary and primary outcome as well. Because if in a protocol it's not clear, then how disclosure writer will be identifying it. So that's all, both these things, they come together. Suppose you have started as a disclosure writing, you can be a medical writer later. Or they are like me, take an example, me, I was in medical writing only, but later I shifted here. I know a few of my friends as well, they were in a medical writing, now they shifted here. But the reverse is also true. One of my a friend, she was with us in a disclosure, but now she moved to CSR writing. So in a both way it is happening. Role of medical writers, very important, because you are the one, disclosure writers, they are also known as a medical writer, I just wanted to tell you. So they are having a big responsibility, to register protocol and submit the result, which is the critical step. Because pharma world, they wanted to make sure that we are transparent. They don't want to take this dent that we are not sharing information. Never they wanted to take this blame that we are not transparent. The increasing demand for transparency and public disclosure in a clinical trial, this made a big obligation for sponsor, that there is an obligation. When there is a responsibility and obligation, then there is a demand of medical writers. Now now just giving you one example. Take few years back, 5 years, most of the pharma company, they were not having this department, clinical trial transparency. But now almost all the companies having this CTT function, and they are mostly having 40 plus 50 plus people. And all the CROs, they are also having this function, especially after 2013. Only few were having, but after 2017 most of the CROs, they are having CTT. So medical writers, they are acting as a bridge. They are at the crossroads of a several regulatory and transparency document. Thus, they are playing very important role. The medical writer, you can say they are the brand ambassadors or fast, changing these topics, field, because the main problem is rules and regulations. The regulations, they are coming at very fast. If you are smart, intelligent, you can keep up with these regulations. This field is very good for you. For just one thing, this sometime asked in your interviews, is protocol registration is a necessity? Yes. It is a legal requirement. It is a necessity. It's no more optional, because earlier it was more voluntarily. You are doing good, not doing, it's fine. Registration of a protocol is a first step toward a transparent pharmaceutical world. The increasing demand for a transparency and a public disclosure of a clinical trial data have a created obligation for a sponsor, and they wanted to make it an opportunity for a medical writers, right? So in sum, we have to make the disclosure document ready. So that's that's all, you know, on the technical side. Now I can also show you what you say, the web page, right? So before wanted to show you the real time example, I just wanted to take a look if there is any question. Okay, I was not knowing there is an audio issue. No, okay, okay, it was sorted. Thank you so much. Um, a Pharma D student, yeah, yeah, Pharma D student are eligible. Okay, so I think there is no technical question. Let me take you to my browser, huh? So I will showing you more about clinicaltrial.com. One, and you can do at your own CTRI, and then you know uh, EU cities as well. So here what you can do is, because I follow this web page a lot, just simply type it here. Hmm? It will come on your page. Correct. So this is the web page. It will come on your screen. Hmm? Just see on this side here, it is written PRS login. So that's what I was talking, that how you can create a login ID. You can create at your own, but if you are working with some organization, they will do for you. Hmm? So see here, it is developed by national registries. Whatever I taught you guys, you can also download from here, huh? Anything, any guideline, any policy related. See, FDA 801 final rule. That's what I told you. See, protocol registration definitions, result definition. So when you will be working in pharma, like I am working, almost every day I just hit this protocol registration definitions. If someone is having question, my team is having question, this is the place from where we learn. If you wanted to understand the final rule, that you can also come here and can just take a look. So that's not difficult, huh? But coming to our homepage, because our goal is different, I wanted to show you one protocol and one result, right? Let's ready. So what I am doing is I'm just trying to type some words. So okay, there is a one word here I am typing. Okay. Now I just have this uh, one word is with the heart attack. So just imagine how many number of studies it has. More than 12,250 studies globally. Hmm? So these many studies, they are registered. Hmm? So now here you see it is terminated, it's completed. Recruiting means these buttons also you will see. Hmm? Completed means all result, everything is completed. Recruiting means they are taking a patient. So you will see these different type of mm, you know mm, labels here. Red comes in a completing. So now I just wanted to show you, from if you scroll from here also, from this screen here, active, not recruiting, completed, terminated, enrolled, suspended, everything is there. Even suppose we wanted to just say phase 1 trial. Hmm? So here you will be having all the options. Just apply filter. So you can play with it as much as you want, right? So I'm just on my top, whatever is the first study, I'm just typing that. Hmm? See here, see they said terminated. When it is terminated, they will also give reason. Unable to recruit subject within reasonable time period. That means recruitment nahi kar paye wo log. So feasibility study of blah 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 is this. They have given some abbreviation also. And who was sponsor, that was there. But that is not our concern. From here, you will start seeing. One is you can take a researcher viewer. See here, first information is coming as a trial content. Now, can you see the level of ICMJ? Because this is endorsed by them. Hmm? When submitted first, again, you can skip this information. This is more on when they posted that thing. Now, primary, what they have submitted, the goal changed from this, that's their goal. This occurrence of any falling cardiac hemorrhage or rupture or stroke, attack, renal failure, that will be assessed in 6 months. See, look at the information they are posting. Very limited information. Who is preparing this? Disclosure writer. See, the second primary goal also, change in left ventricular and diastolic and systolic volume, that is they posted. Then they have given little detail also. They will just take, writer will take this information from a protocol. Similarly, they posted secondary outcome measure. I'm not reading one by one. Then there will be a information on the trial description. What will be information in that? Brief title. You may have a lot of big title, but here what you have to do is that you have to give a small title, like a feasibility study. Official title, brief summary, like look at this, the whole purpose of your trial you can just give in a brief summary. The purpose of this trial is to examine the safety and potential effectiveness of new surgical procedure for treating heart failure. So easy to understand. This is an experimental treatment performed during standard coronary artery bypass graft. So you, from this you understand this is a surgical treatment, and this is how they write a brief summary. Now they will also be telling what they are doing in this trial. The tissue heating reduces enrollment of patients suffering from this, may result in heart pumping blood more efficiently, thereby improving the functional status of a patient. This is how much you have to write. And now you can see detailed description. It is optional. You may write it, you may. Mostly, if it is not required, pharma companies, they don't register. Brief summary is mandatory. Now, what else? This is study design, study type, interventional, study phase. Is it phase 1, 2? So this study was falling in the 2 phases. That's why they selected 2. Study design, randomized, parallel assignment, single treatment. What was the condition? Heart failure. Intervention, what medicine they are giving? They are doing a surgery. So that's, see, look at this. They have given as an explanation. Now, good thing is they will also be adding few publications about it. Look at this. If you wanted to read more about it, you can go to directly these publications. And recruitment detail, status terminated, why the study stopped, they have given reason, how many patients they enrolled, 3 only. What was their plan? 30. When study started, when this completed, all that information is there. And eligibility criteria, simply you will be copy pasting from your protocol, or you just have to simplify it. Like inclusion criteria, who can participate. Exclusion criteria, who should not be participating. So this is what they write in a protocol. Protocol summary, this is how easy it is. I also wanted to show you one result, like this study is terminated, see, no result is posted, no study, see, terminated. So they have not posted a result. So even from here you can go to the next study. But I wanted to show you the results. So let me go back. I'm coming to main home page. Here you can also select it. You can do a smart work. So you simply come here. All the pharma company, most of the time they're running a research on this only. Even if you wanted to see few protocol, a statistical analysis plan, informed consent form, that also you can download from here. So I just selected with the result. So now I have a study with the result. Let me see the first. So see here, you can see the results are posted. Now, when the results are posted, the information will be little different. See, study results are posted. Participant flow. Started 2, completed 2, not completed 0, death 0. So information you are giving in a tabular form. It's very easy to make. Baseline characteristic. See, overall 2 participants. I'm taking first term only because I'm not able to show you the whole screen. Second, age group 2 participants. This was their mean age. Female 0, male 2. This is how you categorize the information. Then you have to give the result. Number of patients with serious adverse event. See, 6 patient was in a treatment group. Placebo group was having 3. In treatment group, there was 0 participant who experienced adverse event. In placebo group, there is 1. So percentage is counted. Percentage is counted automatically. There is a second uh, goal, change in infrared scar size. Basically they were measuring the scar size over a 18 month. So basically 18 months. So here is 6 participant. Mean was coming minus 2.37 for first group. Placebo group only 2.6. So read about it. This is how the results are presented. Similarly, adverse event data, safety, basically your data is given. So here, all cause mortality. All cause mortality means death. First group, no death, 0. Second group, 0 death. Serious adverse event. First group, in this they have not noticed any serious adverse event. Second group, which was placebo, 2 people affected with serious adverse event, and they have further categorized it as well. Arterioventricular block, 1 person. Tachycardia, 1 person. Large intestine perforation, no. Wherever post procedural hemorrhage, there's 1 person in a placebo group. So this is how information is posted in a result. So my idea was just to give you view, or high level view, that so that you don't get scared. Second, if you are getting some opportunity in this field, you are ready to go. In a more information, they post about your publication. See here, you will also be able to see name of investigator, who is the investigator, where this research is happening. All right, so that's all from my side. Now we are ready to take up the question. I hope this session is useful. You are able to take some value from this. B Pharma, B Pharma students are super eligible. Anu, I am not very clear on your question. Any information on plain language summaries of publication? There are, I got it. For a publication also, although I have not worked in the field of a publication, but in a publication also, they have started asking about the plain language summary. So you have to draft in a very easy language. So that's more on a publication side. But you can read one article. There is a lot many articles. These are available on a uh, publications side as well. But why I'm not giving you a lot of information, because I as of now not worked in a publication. I'm more working on a clinical trial disclosure. I will try to give you some article. There is another question. What are the challenges when you are preparing trial result? Rahul, challenges, don't ask me how many challenges. There are many challenges. Hobby asks because you have a sport of a study team who has done the research. You have a whole sport from your scientific team, patent attorney, regulatory people. What are the main challenges? Sometimes these this I have shown you on a clinicaltrial.gov. They have a template, right? They have a tables like serious adverse event data, uh, outcome measure data. Sometimes things are not straightforward. Sometimes number don't match. Mhm. And they have explained in a written, like this has happened in this study, that's why this is coming as 50, not 49. But ct.gov is saying that written result is not allowed. You have to give the number. So those are the challenges, but when you discuss with the study team, they get resolved. Or sometimes challenges, like on clinicaltrial.gov, you have to post information very limited. You have to work on the language, so that's also little challenge. But otherwise it's fine. It is a fun learning wise, exceptional. Because just see, if you wanted to write one csr, how many months it will take. But if you are preparing a result, within 1 month you are working on 2 3 result summaries. So that means you are able to understand that much of data. Your understanding will be much much better. Okay, what will be the impact of AI in future job? There will be impact. First of all, no deny on that. Second is, will you get fully replaced? No. There is a automation is happening, like on a grammar, language, small things, auto check. You need not to worry about. But one thing I also wanted to say you, people who are intelligent, who are smart, they are not ready to do like A to B, B to C. Hmm? Their jobs are totally safe. But AI we are using even in this clinical trial transparency for your redaction, anonymization. Lot many tools are using, but how people are doing, who is doing the QC? The one like us who will be the doing QC. How to get a job opportunity? You am from, see, first of all, you know how your CV will get selected. That is one question. And I wanted to ask you your this from you as well. How your CV will be selected? Your CV will be should be having same keywords as of a job description. Don't send your CV. I one person showed me CV. I'll tell you little story. There is one boy. He approached me over a LinkedIn that, ma'am, can you see my CV is correct? Hmm? That CV was not having even ICH mentioned in that. Do you think that CV will get selected? No, because people are not reading your CV. Or tools are reading your CV. So just first do one thing. First, pick the job description. Even if someone is calling you over phone, there is a job opportunity, request them, please send me the job description, or ask them to tell me about the role. And if you don't want to do the hard work, put that job description in ChatGPT and ask that tool to add the keywords in your CV. But then again, there is another job for you. You also have to revise your CV. Don't fully rely on ChatGPT. It can do your initial 40-50% work, but you have to do the simple word, like I say, GCP E3 guideline, E6 guideline, understanding of a clinical trial, uh, new drug rules India 2009. And like if you wanted to work on a transparency, ct.gov, CTRI, EU cities, all these should be on your CV. CV will get selected only if there are keywords. I think apart from technical question, do you take any written assessment? Yes, yes. Medical writing. The written assessment is unavoidable even after 10 years of experience. When I joined KINEFs, there was a written test. When I joined GSK, there was a written test. Format may little change. And if you are prepared, these written tests are very, very, very simple. Don't get worry. Even my book has one example of on a written test. Very simple. If you are able to prepare for one day, you are ready. You pass. Like someone can ask you, can you prepare 5-10 slides on a clinical trial transparency? Is it difficult preparing 5-10 slides on a clinical trial transparency? No, very easy. They just wanted to test your understanding, right? Utkarsh has a question. अरुण बुक का बड़ा अभी पंगा है. अभी बुक किंडल पे नहीं है. Book is not available on Amazon. But if you want a book,
It will be soon available on our websites. Don't worry.
ओके ओके. हाँ, सो हमारा ना Amazon के साथ कुछ मतलब पंगा है, अभी चल रहा है. सो बुक विल बी अवेलेबल ऑन डॉक्टर अजीत्स वेब पेज, और यू कैन सेंड देम एन ईमेल आईडी एंड देन यू विल गेट. So, what are the skills are required to learn to get into this? One skill you already have, your degree. Don't underestimate, because student, you have one fault. I notice something during interviews also. Why you underestimate your degree? You have spent 14-15 years to gain this degree, this qualification. That is already with you. Scientific knowledge and the technical part also. Now what you have to do is understand about clinical trial. That is one thing. Understand about ICH. You are doing this course. And if you wanted to work in a clinical trial transparency, just learn little about clinical trial transparency. We have given you today's session, right? Learn about it. You are good to go. Okay, does no branches does no, they don't matter. They just look at M Pharma, B Pharma, MSc, my BDS, MBBS. They just look at that. Publication. If you have a publication, it certainly helps. See, if you have just mentioned on your CV, it may not help. But if you highlighted it as an experience that, when they say introduce yourself, tell them about your skills, qualifications. Say, even you have done this course. I'm very much interested in this field. To enhance my understanding, I have voluntarily attended many workshops. I have done certification, so that it will show your enthusiasm, like your publication. This is the I have a good writing skills. I even have done a publication that will showcase your writing skill. It will help. It will help, but you have to translate it as your strength. Tell people, person who is taking your interview, that happens with me as well. We are not able to read your whole CV. Humanly not possible, right? You understand. But when you're putting these words in my mind, I said, oh, good. you know they get registered. That's why I always tell you, do your homework. Whatever is strength in you, whatever you have done, small, big, make a note on your diary or copy. When you're going for an interview, read that, because suddenly it doesn't come to mind. Suppose you have done exceptionally well in some exam, some university, you topped it, to tell them about. How you can ensure there is a process. When you will be working in transparency field, you will know how it is protected. That is why redaction and anonymization. So one thing is, see, from where it is coming. Always try to connect it from where it is coming. It is coming from your GCP principle. Which principle? Confidentiality. Now, coming to clinical trial, how you ensure confidentiality? You don't mention the name, do not mention too much detail about the patient. Right now, here document we are publishing publicly, that means lot of information is going out, you will mask that information. Hmm. But have you noticed it is stemming from your ICH? Now, even ICH in their revision, GCP R3 guidelines, they have made it mandatory transparency also. That's how it is becoming important. Yes, yes, you can make a dummy project. At least start writing on a LinkedIn, make some blog, do something, whatever you want to do. Trialsummaries.com, just write out trialsummaries.com. That is having lot many layperson summaries, you can just read for your purpose, or on a Google type layperson summaries, you will get lot many examples. Okay, any more question? Tomorrow's session is also very interesting, so when you are introducing yourself for any interview, I will paste that here in some time, yeah, don't worry. So, let me paste on clinicaltrial.gov also, and this also.
If you want to ask any questions, you can even, unmute yourself now, guys.
I am sharing both the sites, huh? So CTRI also I can share. Just give me a moment. Although the moment you type this in a Google, it will be there, but still, um, CTRI.com. Welcome, welcome. Let me see if I can share EU as well. Hmm. But good thing is, no, you should study after this class. ऐसा नहीं है कि lecture लिया और बस done and dusted. No, just spend some time. Hmm. Even if you go to YouTube, right? Because EU cities, I got it. So what happened? Because EU cities the last year they issued new guidelines. So then they organized many webinars, many sessions to educate people, to sponsors as well. If you are going to YouTube also, you will be able to find few uh, sessions by them. They will be little advanced, I will say, but you will be able to learn if you understand today's session. You will be having a recording as well. I know Dr. Jeet always share recording, so you can just revisit the same recording this as well, and you can further learn from YouTube and other sources. Okay, okay. So I have shared almost everything. Let me see. And this is sufficient. This is more than sufficient. Also spend some time to prepare your CV, because that's also important. You have everything. Just give your mind a message that you have everything to start a job. But the only thing is you have to work little on your CV to find a right opportunity. Keep on applying. Initial job takes time. Even to me, it took initially 5 6 months to land up in my first job. So initial struggle is always there, but once you are in the field, you are very good. And if there is any feedback, you can share with Dr. Ajit. Uh, I mean,
We'll take the feedback tomorrow anyways. Yes, you guys can share the
okay,
feedback in
okay.
chat box as well.
So, because Dr. Ajit, we also keep on improving, right? We
Definitely, no, no, definitely. Yes. If you guys have any feedback, you can please share here.
Utkarsh, keep on looking for your jobs on different portals. That's the only way, you know. And there are opportunities get posted. Last month, I have seen so many opportunities. Opportunities are plenty in a transparency, but you have to be little alert. I will say to all you young students, spend one hour every day to just visit Naukri, LinkedIn, other job portals. This is also I used to do first thing in the morning when I was finding my not only my first job, second job also, when I decided that I want to change, मेरे को job change करना है. So what I did is in the morning, 1 hour, I used to do a job search and change my CV, send it different places like that. I used to do that. Okay, okay. So one girl has responded. I will also thinking, I have developed one transparency network on my LinkedIn only. I developed one group. So I don't have a link of that group today, but in tomorrow I will share. So you can follow. I will keep on posting new things, new requirements on that group, and then if you are interested to learn little more, so tomorrow I will share. Today I don't have that group name with me.
Ma'am,
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
ma'am,
Yes, please go ahead. I can hear you.
yeah, ma'am. How will we get jobs at regulatory agencies like CDSCO and DTAB, that agencies, ma'am? Is there any experience required, ma'am?
Regulatory means, I mean, if you can type, then I may be able to understand. If I know, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Just type the word that you're saying. Cdisco, you are saying, or just DCGI, right? DCGI. Even if there are jobs which says 0 to 2 years of experience, you can apply. Zero, recruiters, they are having habit. They never write freshers. Wherever you say 0 to 2 year, at least so this one, you can get for some jobs. Uh, there are experience is required, but for an entry level, they sometimes hire a people as a, you can say that, temporary also, temporary jobs like 6 months. 1 year, then you don't need experience. For some job there is a test. For some job there is a test, but you have to be vigilant. For a clinical trial, mostly don't. Even ICMR is having lot of opportunities these days, but I don't know if these are full-time government jobs. In clinical trial, I suggest you better go for a corporate. For initial experience, if you are getting opportunity on a DCGIS, DISCO, other agencies, go for it. One of my friend, he's working. He's a PhD. So he has to face some written test, and then he got it. But he's working there. But problem is the like our package has gone, lot higher than him. There is a ceiling in the government. Thank you for today's session. Oh, if you are Manisha, if you are experienced medical writer, lot easier for you, dear. So just apply, apply aggressively. Apply on CROs like this, Crystallis, Indigene, Syneos, PPD. But trying to tell you the audience is that do your research, apply aggressively. You will get. It's easy. It's not difficult. Okay. Uh, I can refer. You can share me the what you say that job ID. Then I can refer, right? So you can just send me hi over a LinkedIn. All right. If there are no further questions, we can close. Dr. Ajit, any closing remark from you for today? I mean,
Yes.
we are meeting tomorrow. We will be meeting tomorrow.
Yes,
Then.
definitely. We are meeting tomorrow. We have, all our faculty members tomorrow as well. So, guys, if you have questions, I think questions are over now. We will be meeting you tomorrow.
We
We are
can
not
take up
ending here.
tomorrow as well.
We are
We
not
can take
ending
up.
here. So, no closing remarks. The closing remarks will be tomorrow evening.
Yes,
Guys,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So, thank you, Sarabji, and thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. It was a wonderful
Thank you,
session, though. It
Dr.
was
Ajit.
amazing,
Thank you,
amazing
even
session.
the
Yes.
audience, right?
Thank you.
They are
Thank you,
interested.
everyone. Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone. Bye
Thanks,
bye.
everyone. Bye bye.